They can't have my soul, no, I will bow my knee. When the world is crashing down, another stands with me. And the fire, I wonder what they'll do when they see.
Hi, it's Friday, and you know what that means, right?
Fancy Friday.
That's right, it's time for Fancy Friday. That was my dad, and he is correct. If you have watched Fancy Friday, you know that I always start with a hello and a kiss to my biggest fans. Unfortunately, I can't really say hi to my biggest fan, my dad, because he passed away this week. I know he's out there and I know he's watching. Daddy, this is a goodbye. This will be the first Fancy Friday that my dad hasn't been here to watch. I have missed a couple Fancy Fridays. The last one I did at his house when I was visiting him. And that's what that excerpt is from. I'm sorry, I really didn't think I was gonna cry. Oh gosh. Anyway, my dad loved Fancy Fridays. And as I've always said, it was a labor of love. And I've done these for my dad. But I do still want to say thank you and hello to my other biggest fans, my stepmother Judy. She always made sure that my dad was able to watch, and she's always been great at giving me compliments and confidence with Fancy Friday. My Aunt Donna and my best friend Lisa. Sorry. I do want to say that I'm probably going to take a break for a while, at least if I can do these without crying. And I may change it up a little bit. I haven't really decided how I'm going to do that. But I know that these videos made my dad so happy. So happy. And sometimes he would forget who I was, but he never seemed to forget about Fancy Friday. Sometimes he would say, do you have anything to do with Fancy Friday? Or, oh, you're the Fancy Friday lady? So, anyway, I'm going to do my best to stop crying and not cry through the rest of this, because it's not a good look. Anyway, so I think it's time to start talking about what Fancy Friday is, okay? Let's get to it. So Fancy Friday started back in 2020 when we were all at home, and I realized that I missed dressing up, and then I realized I didn't have to miss it. I could still dress up. And I went to my closet and I realized I had a whole lot of clothes that still had their tags on them, especially gowns. And I loved these gowns. I picked them out because I loved them, but I wasn't wearing them. And that's when I realized that I could wear them wherever I wanted to. And so I started wearing them on Fridays and videotaping myself, and that is how Fancy Friday started. But then I realized that it wasn't really just about clothes. We have too many items, way too many items in our house that we love, that make us smile, but we don't use them for ourselves. We think that we need to have a special time or a special somebody to use them. Candles, china, wine glasses, clothes, linens, towels, our best towels. We save them for our guests. Or we save them when we have good company over. And we really need to stop doing that, because we deserve to use those things for ourselves. We bought them. We should use them for us. We deserve that smile. All right, so now it's time for me to show you my outfit for the day. My cat is right here. You're not going to be able to see him, but it makes it really hard for me to adjust this with him right there. All right, so I got this outfit, this beautiful dress, for my birthday, which was at the beginning of this month. I really like it. It's so soft. It really, really is soft. I don't wear purple very often. I'm not really sure it's my color, but I do like the way this looks. It's really cute with a pair of flip-flops. You could have ballet slippers with this. You could put a belt around here if you want to get more of an accent on the waist. It'll look so cute with some jewelry, dressed up, but I think it looks just as cute plain like this with some flip-flops after you've been at the beach all day, run in and get a bite to eat kind of thing. So you'll have to tell me what you think about it, but I'm liking this one. Now pardon me while I step over the count. All right, so here is where I talk about some of my favorite things. All right, so first of all, I want to talk about this. This is a Kindle. This is not my Kindle, okay? This is actually my daughter's Kindle. She gave it to me to use while I was visiting my dad on 2 plane rides. It's a lot easier to take this in your baggage than it is to take 4, 5, 6 books. She helped me upload these books and from the library, so they were free. And I think we uploaded 7 or 8 books. I'm reading one now, and I have one more to go. And I really like this. I don't usually use a Kindle. I like regular books, but I do like the idea of shoving it in my purse and not having to worry about having a book. I have an eye appointment next week, and I always know I'm going to be there at least an hour, probably 2 or 3. And so shoving this in there helps a lot rather than having to find the book, shove the book in there. So I highly recommend an e-reader. It doesn't have to be a Kindle. I know there's like a Nook and some other things, but I really like this a lot. All right, so I always I have been lately talking about a book that I really enjoy, and this one is called House in the Pines. It's by Anna Rees, R-E-Y-E-S, I believe. I don't have it because it's one that I read on my Kindle. It's a bit of a strange book, a strange concept. It's a young woman. She's in her 20s, and she is addicted to a medication that her psychiatrist gave her, and she's going cold turkey and she hasn't told anyone. And the reason that she needs this medication, she's been seeing a psychiatrist, is that when she was 18, she saw her best friend die. Now, she is convinced her best friend was murdered, but the police say she was not. And the autopsy just simply says that she died of unknown causes, which is kind of rare in an 18-year-old. But she was with her ex-boyfriend. The best friend was with her as well, and she could see that they were talking, and they were just simply talking, and the best friend just keeled over and died. And she is convinced that that ex-boyfriend killed her best friend. If you want to know the answers to those questions, then you're going to have to read the book, just like I did, because it really intrigued me when I read that, like, what? So I thought the book was very good, and hopefully you'll like it too. All right, well, it is time for the end of Fancy Friday, so I'm going to have to say goodbye. Goodbye, Daddy. I love you so much. I thought I could do that without crying, you all. You're somewhere, and I'm sure that you can see this. And I know that when you left this world, you knew I loved you, where we tried to make sure that you knew that, and we know that you know that. Thank you, Judy, for all your support, and my Aunt Donna, and my best friend Lisa. Y'all have been great support, not just in Fancy Friday, but in my life. And those of you watching, Fancy Friday is not always like this. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday and you have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you later. Probably not next Friday, but soon. Bye.